Hey peeps, it's Sophie from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're dealing with the 2018 Grade 10 Physical Science paper, and this is a question on radiation. So it's given us this table with the types of radiation on the left-hand side and the frequencies on the right-hand side. And the first question asks, how are electromagnetic waves generated? So I've written that in the yellow sticky note over here, and it says they are generated by accelerating charges. That's how electromagnetic waves are generated, and an example of an accelerating charge is an electron. Well, a charge is like an electron. So 8.2 says what type of electromagnetic radiation has the highest energy? And we know that this is the gamma ray. So 8.2, gamma ray. But 8.3 asks to explain the answer to question 8.2. And now, this is quite simple to explain because we know that energy is directly proportional to frequency. So that little symbol is proportional, and F stands for frequency. So we can see in our little table here that gamma rays have the highest frequency, so therefore they have the highest energy. Great, so 8.4 says a certain type of electromagnetic radiation has a wavelength of 600 times 10 to the minus 10 meters. 8.4.1 says identify the type of electromagnetic radiation by performing a calculation. So, this requires the use of a formula, and the one that pops into my mind is one that uses both frequency and wavelength and a constant, because we want to solve for the frequency of this electromagnetic radiation to find out what type of radiation it is. So the formula I'm thinking of is C, so sound speed, speed of light I mean, is equal to the frequency times the wavelength. So this is the speed of light. And we know that the speed of light is 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. That's pretty fast. So we can just sub the known things into the equation. So that is C is equal to some frequency, which we don't know, and the wavelength, which we know is 600 times 10 to the minus 10. Oh, run out of space, 10. You know that that's to the minus 10. And then you can solve for frequency to equal 5 times 10 to the 15 hertz. Cool. And then we can look at our table here, and we can see where 5 times 10 to the 15 is. So it may look like it's visible light because it has a times 10 to the 15 there, but it's actually bigger than 10 to the 15. It's 5 times 10 to the 15. So that falls under ultraviolet over there. So then we know that it is actually UV rays. And you'll write ultraviolet out. Okay, and then the last question says state one application of the type of radiation identified in 8.4.1. And we know what UV rays are for. We know that they're used for sterilization of equipment. We know that they're used in sun tanning beds to make people tan, and we also know that they're used to find forfeit currency, so to check if notes are real, they put them under ultraviolet radiation. And there are many other things, but you just had to state one for this question. And that's it. So before I go, I'd like to say a very special thank you to our epic sponsor for making this video possible. You can read all about them in the description below. Also be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. If you can't find the answer to your question, you can send us the question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. But until next time, stay epic.